Hi there, Joka here, and today I'm sharing a few projects with some really fun and cute products from Spellbinders. So these products were actually designed by Vicki, Papaioannou, and she has in this collection she has 4 sets of Birdhouse dies, one for each season. This one here that I'm showing you is the summer set, so I think it's called Build a Summer Birdhouse. And as you can see, there's lots of fun pieces in it, and it actually is a light house. And then there is also a set of birds with a branch and leaves that you can all mix and match. You can mix and match all of these products, but I only have these 2 sets, so I'm gonna be playing with this today. I actually really wish I would have all of them because they are seriously amazing. So, okay, the first idea that I had, first of all, my most favorite summer themed scrapbook collection is this one here. It's an older set from or collection from Coco Vanilla Studio. It's called Endless Summer, and these are the colors that you see here. I think they are fantastic. So I still have some, not a lot, and I wanted to use that on one of the cards. Then here is Adrift from Basic Grey. This is also an older collection. And yeah, so I'm starting out with the Endless Summer collection here. These are pastel colors, but really super fun for summer, I think. I die cut the lighthouse from a bunch of different papers because I wasn't sure which one I want to use. And I was considering mixing and matching like I do here now, but I didn't know if I want to do it with this peach color or coral color or the minty one, but then I went with the coral. So I'm gonna keep the mint lighthouse for a future project. And as you can see, I die cut everything from pattern paper and heavyweight cardstock as well, because I like my die cut elements to be sturdy. And often I use foam tape, and on pattern paper, I find that's not really good. The pattern papers are not so thick, you know. So I'm now gluing everything together, and here I actually die cut this piece from a coral pattern paper and also white, and I turned it around. I don't know if you could tell, just so that I filled in those slots with white. And this branch is then from another set, the one with the little birdies in it. And yeah, once I glued everything together, I'm also going to create my card base here in a second. So this little bird, I actually die cut from various colors because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with it. But then I settled on this light blue color just so that it's different, you know, so that the whole thing is not just mint and coral. And I filled in the eyes, there's a hole there. I just put some black cardstock behind that and also some coral behind the beak part there. And yeah, there's many different little birds in that set, but I think I only used 2 of them on today's projects. I will want to come back to these die sets once I have more time later, because I want to create some cards with just the birds. I have some ideas with them. I really hope I will have some time. Okay, so here is the card panel or the card base. I don't know how much you can see. That's a polka dot pattern, and it's kind of like a super light peach color. It's really, really hard to tell, even in real life. It's barely there. Okay, so I was wondering which direction I should put the branch, but then I settled on this one. And here I am going to make a mistake. I was going to tuck these leaves under the branch, but then I had another step to do, and then I forgot about that. So I will show you what I did there. I was not quite happy with the outcome there, but it's done. So basically, oh yeah, and I'm also die cutting more because I figured the more leaves the better. And I also die cut some shell there, which I really like the look, you know, those three things hanging off the birdhouse. Only I'm struggling with strings. I think I have really big fingers, or I don't know, but I just cannot hang all those little things. I don't know. I was really struggling with it, so I will skip one of them. So basically, that was not my idea. The way the card turns out is not what I wanted, but it's what I could do. So I put some foam tape on the lighthouse, and I want to hang this on the branch. And this is where I forget about the leaves. So okay, so back to something else again. Sorry for changing topic all the time. So I'm attaching this, but you can see that I'm really not good at this. You know, those things are so tiny in my hands. Now I decided to punch a hole in this shell and then just hang it onto the same thread as the anchor, but then it wouldn't be flat. You know, I didn't quite like that, so I'm just going to dismiss that idea and take that shell off and then just go with the two things. And why they are hanging on the side instead of the middle, which would be my preference, is because there's no space to hide the thread there. I think in retrospect I could have just you know, once the lighthouse was glued down, I could have just glued down those threads, and then I could have just cut them at the edge of the lighthouse. So I think I overcomplicated things here. But of course, it's easy to be smart in retrospect. So, okay, I'm going to glue this down, and then I will attach it to the branch, or kind of hang it off it. And once I did that, I will glue down the branch as well. And I wish I had not done that, but you know, I wanted to know where exactly everything is gonna be. So, and I wanted to keep that or hold that into or in place. So it was the most obvious option, I guess, to glue it down. But this way I could not tuck the leaves under it. And why that bothered me is because the leaves have a little bit of I don't know what that word is, but you will see here. It just looks weird that way. But what again, in hindsight, I should have just cut off those ends to the leaves. I don't know why I didn't think of that. But anyway, I'm just going to glue them down as they are. And I think they are still cute, but I was a bit upset that I you know, I'm not big on planning. So if there's a lot more steps to something, sometimes I forget about one of them, and then, you know, it just doesn't look the way I want it. Anyway, but I'm showing you all these things that maybe they help you to remember. Okay, and then I also glued down my little bird there. I was thinking about hiding it behind the door, so like you know, that it's in the birdhouse, but then you just cannot see it well, you know, only the face, and I really wanted the whole bird. Okay, so I will show that card later. I'm moving on to the second card here, and I already die cut a lot of pieces. The lighthouse, I really wanted to use the one with the mint stripes, but somehow it didn't work. It was too light on the background. And I wanted to use the cloud, the paper, but it just didn't work again. And then I found this piece of scrap paper that is so beautiful. And I'm actually happy that I found it because I like the color more. And this also kind of, it looks like clouds, right? It's just watercolor, but I really like that effect. So I also created some water. It's not the right orientation, of course, but I had this piece of scrap and I not want to waste a bigger piece, just so that, you know, I could turn it around and the kind of the waves would be the right way around. It doesn't bother me. And so that represents water. And I created some sand banks from different pattern papers, and I used a Spellbinders die for this. I think I'm going to show you in this video which one. I think it was in the April large die kit this year, so only recently. And yeah, I just die cut these pieces, and now I'm going to layer them up in a way that it creates you know, different sand banks. And also I'm going to create some dimension there. This is the die, so there were a bunch of these wavy dies in that set, and this one was the simplest one. And okay, so on the front one here, I'm going to add some, I'm gonna back it with heavyweight cardstock because, like I said, the pattern paper is not strong enough. And then I will add some foam tape to it so I can tuck this stand, whatever you call it. I can't recall the name right now. The one that holds this lighthouse, well, the birdhouse really. And I'm also adding some foam tape to this one just to create some dimension on the card. And yeah, and I'm gonna tuck that in. So again, I'm backing every die cut piece with heavyweight cardstock. These ones are actually, this white one is a Nina 110-pound cardstock. I don't really like wasting it for this kind of purpose, you know, where you cannot see it, because it's an expensive cardstock and it's also very beautiful. I don't like to use it for things that you cannot see. But yeah, I had it on my desk. I had some scrap pieces, so I just used that one. Anyway, I'm adding foam tape to this as well, again to create a more textured and dimensional card, because dimension is everything, right? I rarely do flat cards, if I'm honest. I just love layering. Okay, so once that is in place, I'm also going to glue down this stand here. And then this is, as you can see, this is another type of bird. This one I also die cut actually previously for the previous project, but then I didn't use it. And now I'm also going to add some flowers. Not sure why. I mean, probably it doesn't make any sense, but I need flowers on everything. And these flowers I already had die cut. I had them left from a previous project. I will link these in the description box below, but I think they are from the Slimline, the recently released Slimline collection. And I had exactly the right coral color, so it worked out perfectly. So this is that die set. Here's the number of it. As you can see, I still have many that are already die cut. I always save those pieces, and as you can see, they come in handy at times. I don't know what is wrong with this video. It keeps shaking. I apologize. I don't know. Lately, I've been struggling with some of my videos. They freeze, and I don't know what's going on. I really hope I don't have to buy new equipment, because I just, yeah, it's not in the budget, really. Anyway, I'm using for the sentiment, I'm using a wood veneer piece from the Endless Summer collection. I'm really happy that I finally took this collection out. Honestly, I haven't been scrapbooking much these past, I don't know, maybe 2 years. So yeah, I'm happy to use something older. And these two clouds are also from this wood veneer pack. Okay, now on to my third and last card for today. I wanted to definitely create a maritime kind of themed card. So I went through my papers, and I found many navy papers, navy and white, because I really love those. So I tried to find some with different patterns, and I die cut those. And then also these smaller pieces. I used glitter cardstock from Concord and Ninth for this, I believe. For the anchors, I mean. For my sentiment, I'm going to use this Adventure Awaits sticker from Carta Bella. This collection is from last year. I love maritime collections, and in fact now I remember that I have a scrapbook page from last summer that I never posted. I should remember to post it, and it actually features a lighthouse die, not die, but a cut file. Yeah, I should find it and post it on Instagram. Anyway, back to the card. So I'm one of my favorite things. If you follow my videos or my work, then you will notice is creating patterns, basically. So it's like creating my own pattern paper, but this time not with stamps but dies. And for this, I'm just randomly placing all the elements that I die cut on the background, and I'm kind of making sure that the pieces hang off the edge. So, you know, they do look like a piece of pattern paper that you just cut to size. And often I will fill empty spaces with the pieces that I cut off here or trim off. But I think this time I hardly did that. I think from the lighthouses, I don't use any more pieces, but some of the smaller ones, maybe. Let's see. Also the background, I mean, all of these papers are from different collections. I cannot even recall. Some of them were scraps, so I'm not sure. Even that background wood plank, I don't know where that is from. I have many of those. Anyway, so now I'm trimming off the excess, and then I will see if there's any white space that I want to fill with any of these small pieces. And as you can see, I kind of felt like I could use some more red in the background, so I'm going to add those. And then I die cut 2 extra pieces, one anchor and a shell, because I felt like I needed that pop of color there, or that certain color and shape to fill those little white spots in the background, so to say. And then I wasn't quite finished here. I'm also adding some white enamel dots. I didn't really want to use color here because there's plenty of color already, but I just wanted to add something, you know. And enamel dots are, of course, one of my favorites, so that had to happen. Okay, so this is the third card and the last card, and I'm just going to show you all of them up close. I hope I could give you some inspiration with this die set. It's super, super fun. I really hope you give them a try and check out the other ones as well, because they are absolutely fabulous. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.